Okay, so today's project, I am going to be restoring this post hole digger. And I know what you're probably thinking, Ray, it's a post hole digger. Why would you want to restore something like that? Some of these parts are forged by hand, so it's kind of an older one, and it's nice and it works perfect, except for, if we look down here, these bolts move back and forth. It's going to be a hard one to show without it's manufactured. So these the only issue that I have is these carriage bolts here. It's difficult to see. These carriage bolts here. You're not supposed to get that much play in there. I don't know if they're original. They do have the square on them. So ideally I want to refinish this just to clear, and then I also want to paint these guys. Take them apart, paint it. Doesn't have to be pretty because it is going in the ground and it's a working tool. It's not a showpiece, but these need to be fixed. So how am I going to get these out? Okay. Okay, so one of the problems we run into here is I have my 5/8. Trying not to jiggle that too much so the camera doesn't jiggle. We look here, put it on there. It just turns around. So a standard wrench won't do anything. And if we look, I don't know if you get that, it moves and it jiggles. So you can't have this on something you're digging with. So you're saying, okay, solution number 2, vice grips on the back here, but it is a carriage bolt, so it's rounded. It's designed for stuff to go over top, and it's designed to sit in this square slot, so that won't work either. And you're thinking, okay, Ray, you're pretty creative. If I had lots of time, I could use one of these three styles of easy outs. What I would do then is drill a hole, tap this guy in, put a wrench here and a wrench here, and unscrew this, and that would come out, and it would. But unfortunately, that takes too long. So the next easiest way is our friend the grinder. But I like to cheat a little bit, so I'm going to use this guy. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to grind. We're going to grind the back of these heads off here and hopefully not score too much of this plate up. Also, don't forget our PPE. Safety is very important. Okay, I'm sorry about the camera jiggling. Victory is mine. Okay, so if we take a look at the amount of damage, There's not a lot of damage. There's a couple scrapes. It's nothing. That's nothing. It'll rust over nicely. I could have actually removed these bolts in no time, but I didn't want to go hardcore on them. Okay, so that came off nicely. No burns or anything. It's pretty good. This guy came out pretty nice as well. The squares seem to be intact. Now I noticed there's another shoulder bolt right here. Hard to see. Got another shoulder bolt down there. So one got me wrenches out. Tried putting it in, or putting the wrench on this side, putting it on here. So I'm going to try the vice grips, and we'll see if that comes off that way. If not, it'll have another date with the grinder. Okay, I got the vice grips relatively secure on the bottom. I don't know if I'll be able to hold on to the camera and do this at the same time. I'm doing it with one hand.
Easy coming off. Vice grips are full. Nope, one line. Tried.
And victory. Yay. I will replace that bolt as well. Okay, let's recap where I'm at right now. So I went to Spanar, which is a local, I don't know what you call it, bolt and nut supplier. $2.71 got me 4 shoulder bolts, 2 different sizes, and some NAR locks. They are the nylon on the inside, so they self-lock. I had some washers, and I have a NAR lock and a 5/8 or 5/16 one for the inside here. I'm going to use, here. I'm going to use a washer on the outside, a washer on the inside, a washer on the inside, and a washer on the outside. So I need 4 washers. Now I didn't get these guys plated because I didn't have them in the size I wanted. I got 2 different size lengths just so that I can make sure that the nut goes on and fully engages so that the NAR lock part. So if I have to grind a little bit off the end when I'm done and paint over it, I'm okay with that. So what it originally was equipped with was a 5/16. Well, if you take a look at the 5/16 here, it's quite small. And if we take a look here, that's quite big. And that's why it just rotated on the inside. Oopsie. That's why it just rotated on the inside. So look at what happens when we put a proper one in. The bolt fits in, but does not turn. And you see the 3 dashes on here? That means it's a class 5, so this guy's going to be pretty strong too. So next up, I need to sand the shaft and everything. I'm just about to start sanding. This is the before. Okay, so I finished sanding. Nice light sand. And time to everything. Okay, we got our bag of hardware. Piece came out nice. 2 1/4 or 2 1/4 carriage bolt, stainless steel washer, and NAR lock. We're done.